A long context model can read 128,000 tokens and still fail to use the evidence in front of it. The strange part, the top 0.1%, just 128 tokens, already carry 50 to 80% of the question relevance signal. The signal is there, buried inside attention, never surfaced as text. A 2026 paper called ReContext says the fix is not to retrieve, compress, or rescale attention. ReContext watches where the question's Q tokens attend inside the original context, aggregates that attention over a handful of layer-head pairs with an exponential decay of 0.75, and picks the top. It is to replay the model's own evidence back to itself, recursively, while keeping the full context intact. Picture the model reading the full prompt, context, and question, 8 evidence spans. Then it copies those spans near the question, reads the new prompt, and does it again. Round 2. The replayed scaffold conditions the hidden states, so the second pass surfaces evidence the first pass missed. 2 rounds, append only, full context, never pruned. The mechanics are deliberately light. A Q window of 8 tokens reads out the question. Attention over a selected set of layer-head pairs becomes a prompt internal association score. Spans come only from the original context, never from the replayed scaffold. The pool is an ordered list, and each round appends only spans not already there. Default config, 2 replay rounds, top 8 candidates, fewer than 128 inserted tokens. No retriever. No external memory, no training, no edits to decoding attention. A harness, not a new model. On the main benchmark, 8 long context datasets across 3 backbones at 128,000 tokens, ReContext takes the best average rank on all 3 models. Qwen 34 billion, rank 1.00, column max on every one of 14 metric cells. Qwen 38 billion, 1.46, Llama 38 billion, 1.29. Averaged accuracy climbs 24.6% over vanilla, and that number recomputes exactly from the table cells. No rounding story, just the gain. The robustness checks hold. Drop the context budget to 64,000 tokens, and the macro accuracy still jumps 35% relative over vanilla. Enable thinking mode, and ReContext stays in the top 2 on every metric. The replay survives shorter contexts, and the thinking toggle, the 2 axes most long context methods, break on. And it does this while adding fewer than 128 tokens of replay overhead, so its memory footprint is essentially vanilla. Here is the picture. Vanilla reads the whole context once, and the relevant signal stays latent, dissolved across 128,000 tokens of attention. Now picture ReContext. The same context, but the question's attention pulls the 128 tokens that matter into an explicit ordered evidence pool replayed right next to the question. Round 1 gathers the obvious spans. Round 2, conditioned on that scaffold, pulls the multi-hop span the first pass missed. The signal was always there. ReContext just stops letting it drown. The recursion depth sweet spot is small and task dependent. 1 round leaves evidence on the table. 2 rounds, the default, captures most of the gain. 3 or 4 rounds help on multi-hop but add latency. The same pattern shows in the candidate budget. Larger top K helps recall on pop QA and inference but hurts on natural questions, where more candidates just add noise. A fixed depth and a fixed budget are a compromise. The macro rises, but the per task best is never the same setting twice. 3 honest caveats. First, ReContext needs model internal attention, so it cannot run on closed APIs that hide attention scores. Second, the read and replay stage adds latency, 62 minutes versus 44 for vanilla on the hardest benchmark, though still roughly half the cost of the strongest attention rescaling baseline. Third, the headline is average rank, not per cell dominance. On the 8 billion model, ReContext trails on 4 of 14 cells. The monotonic improvement theorem is proved under idealized orthogonal embeddings. It is motivation, not a bound on these numbers. ReContext reframes long context utilization as Q-conditioned trace reactivation. Read the prompt, extract question-relevant evidence via the model's own attention, replay it near the question, recurse twice, then answer from the full context plus the evidence pool. The result, best average rank on all 3 backbones, a 24.6% accuracy gain that recomputes exactly, robust to 64,000 tokens and thinking mode, all training free. The paper is ReContext. Subscribe for the next breakdown.